Yo, what's up everyone? So we're going to Belgravia because there's a secret Porsche meet featuring TGE with this 911 Turbo S or the 992 7th gen, a Porsche Tycan, a very sexy classic Porsche 912 and a whole bunch of other Porsches as well. It's kind of like Porsche through the ages. But we are going to start with TGE's 992 and yeah, it's a very, very cool car, man. So what's happening here, Tom?
Just a little meet up on the old roaster out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having a little, just getting some Porsches out and some other things as well. We made it all encompassing, so we said anyone can come, but Porsches made.
So the 992 is the 7th generation of the Porsche Turbo series. The first car was actually made back in 1974. That's almost 50 years ago. Oh man, time flies. The 2020 version of the Turbo S is basically replacing the one that came out in 2016. And there's some small subtle differences. For example, in the rear lights now, the LED will stretch from corner to corner, kind of like Cybertronic, like you see on the, how can I say? The Bugatti Chiron looks very, very cool. In the front, you got those new LED lights as well. And apparently Porsche is saying that the rear wing is actually acts as an air brake and also gives you 15% more downforce than what you got in the Porsche Turbo S that came out in 2016. So the new Porsche 911 Turbo S is actually longer and wider than the one that came out in 2016. It's also heavier as well. It's heavier because it now has the dual clutch or the double clutch system, which adds more weight. So it's a bit more porky. They're 40 kilos over, which seems to be the trend right now. Every new car is now heavier than the car it replaces. Also, those front wheels are actually bigger as well because they've got to house the bigger brakes. You need bigger brakes, good. Smaller brakes are bad. Let me know what you guys think about the spec on TGE's car. I think it looks pretty cool in dark spec, man. It looks very raw and very muscular. Price for the 911 Turbo S starts from about £84,000, which is not, doesn't sound like a lot. It sounds quite cheap. But then you start adding your options to the car, and then that's when you realize how expensive a Porsche actually is. Is 84K cheap? I can't afford 84K, but maybe you can, so. And who in the right mind will get a Porsche, you know, just a basic one? No one does that. You're gonna get your Porsche with options, man, because that's what you do. You don't get a basic Porsche. And maybe you will. Let me know in the comments below if you guys will get a Porsche with just basic specs. So the next car we're gonna have a look at is basically the future of Porsche. The Porsche Tycan is I'm finally seeing one in the flesh. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing, hit the thumbs up button, and also share the video with someone who may enjoy these kind of videos and stuff like that. But then the Tycan is all electric. It comes in 3 flavors. You get a 4S, you get a Turbo, then you get a Turbo S, the range-topping Porsche Tycan. It's a bit weird calling an electric car Turbo, but I guess kind of makes sense. Obviously, if you're poor, you get the 4S because it's the least expensive one, probably the least desirable one. But if you got a bit more cash money in your account as well, then you get a Turbo, which is cooler than the 4S. But if you're basically baller, you got all kinds of cash money burning like in your pockets and stuff, you get the Turbo S, the range topping, which starts at 140K, which is not cheap again, but that is 140K basic for a baller guy. But then you start adding options as well, and then all of a sudden 140K becomes way more than 140K. You definitely want carbon bits on it.
Those wheels, man, I love how they kept it very similar to the concept car, right?
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
I love the look of the carbon as well.
Yeah, for real, right? Yeah, exactly.
It's almost a shame.
Yeah, that is the plastic bits.
I prefer that as body filler.
Yeah.
Gloss, but
Can you actually spec that? Could you spec this like so that it's more glossy like the body color?
I imagine so.
Yeah.
I'll charge another £5.
Yeah, probably that. Half the price of the car.
I don't actually know which version of the Tycan this is. I don't know if it's a Turbo, a 4S, or a Turbo S, because it's very debadged looking. So, and I don't know, and it definitely didn't have carbon bits on it. It was more like black plastic. So I don't know. Maybe this guy is poor. I can't say that. That's a bit rude. Obviously, the world is changing. Cars are becoming more and more electric these days. Tesla started that trend. So is there anyone in this audience who will have a Tesla instead of a Porsche Tycan? Honestly, I can't think of any reason why I'll buy a Tesla over the Tycan. Why? Nope, can't think of one. The Teslas, because Tycans are made in Germany, innit? Because you know that they're gonna last, they're gonna be well made. You know, it's like Germans make good cars, and Porsche are known for making cars that handle very well, that are very nice to drive. And basically the Tycan is like driving a 911. I'd rather have that over a roly-poly Tesla. One other thing that I noticed about the Porsche Tycan as well is how massive the disc brakes are. These things are freaking huge. I am assuming obviously the car weighs quite a lot because of all those batteries and stuff inside. And to stop it, you're gonna need all kinds of braking power. And yeah, the discs are they're huge. Yeah, I was surprised how big they were. 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds because that's very, very fast. Okay, not Tesla ludicrous fast, but it's still fast. Kinda fast. Imagine a rear-wheel drive Porsche Tycan. I actually don't imagine it. In China you can get one. In the UK, why are we only getting all-wheel drive? I don't get that one. So give us what we want. I assume you guys want a rear-wheel drive Porsche Tycan as well? It can't just be me. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the Porsche Tycan, or if any of you guys will get, I don't know, maybe a Tesla instead. I think right now the most desirable electric car has to be the Tycan compared to the Tesla all day, all night, all year. 365 is what I'm saying. So one thing that I found quite cool was how the Porsche Tycan actually sounds. It's obviously it's electric. It doesn't sound like a vacuum cleaner like other cars sound. It's like obviously they have to add an artificial sound to let people know that there's actually a car around, because you can't just have like a silent thing just hitting people. But I think the implementation sounds kind of cool. It's very futuristic, but at the same time not too over the top. So let me know what you guys think about the sound in the comments as well. And I thought it was kind of nice. And the way this thing went off the line was kind of like, whoa, it's a fast car, man. You could definitely see all these torques working and just pulling this car like really, really quick. The Porsche Tycan. Yes, I likes it a lot. Would you go for the 4S, or would you buy a turbo, or maybe the Turbo S, or maybe none of them? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And there are more cars. We saw a lot more cars than just the Turbo S and obviously the Tycan. There are all kinds of other cool Porsches there as well. It was like looking through in time the history of Porsche. You had the beautiful 912. Oh man, how can anyone not love this car? There was a Cayman GT4 in bright blue, kind of like powder blue. That was very, very cool as well. Oh yeah, there was a guy who did a homage to a Porsche Speedster.
Got a 987 over here with a wing on the back, and this livery is pretty sick. It's got a signature up on there. Look at it, man. It's got those wheels as well. You can see where he got his inspiration for this car from. From what I can see, it looks pretty nice.
Oh man, look, I wouldn't do personally, but creatively speaking, inspirations come in different ways, and if people do what they like, it's your car, you can do whatever the hell you want. And I think it's kind of cool. You know, the carbon wing and all that stuff, and all the decals and stuff. It is cool, man. It's different. So there was that.
And then over here, we got twins. Look at it, side by side. Carrera 4S's. Big, beefy exhaust tips right there. Check out the plate as well. Oh my gosh. Cool